Hi, so today I will be discussing a topic which has been in the headlines for the past few weeks and months, which is intermittent fasting. Through this discussion, I will be giving a few insights on what is intermittent fasting, what are the various protocols or regimens involved in intermittent fasting or the various IF protocols, what are the benefits of intermittent fasting, and what do you do to reap the maximum benefits, and a word of caution as to who are the people who have to refrain or completely avoid intermittent fasting as their part of their daily life ritual. So let's begin. So what is fasting basically? Fasting is nothing but absence of food over a prescribed period of time. So in our Indian culture, from time immemorial, fasting has been a part of all our festivals and rituals. However, intermittent fasting, or rather IF as it's now known, has been given worldwide recognition now after the concept of autophagy, which won a Nobel Prize in 2016. So the Western world took it over and gave it back to us in the form of an intermittent fasting. So how is intermittent fasting different from the other weight loss diets like the keto diet or the paleo diet or the Atkins diet that we follow? So basically what is IF is there is a fasting phase and there is a feeding phase. So this fasting and feeding phase occurs over a time period of 24 hours in comparison to the keto or the paleo diet, where the patient or the person is allowed to eat 3 normal meals with snacking in between, but the quantity and the quality of the food varies. So coming over to the regimens which are popularized in the IF protocol, I would say as a beginner, please start with the most simplest or the 12-12 regimen, which is nothing but there is a period of 12 hours of fasting followed by a period of 12 hours of feeding. So within for example, person eats his last meal at 7:30 p.m. that night. So till the next morning 7:30 a.m. the person should not consume anything. This is the simplest form of intermittent fasting. So to begin with, you can go for this, and over a period of 2 to 3 weeks, step up to a 14-10, which is better, and the 16-8, which is the best to reap the maximum benefits of the IF protocol. The other regimens include an alternate day or day-wise regimen where you can eat normally and fast over a period of 24 hours every alternate day. Or the other day-wise regimen would be a 5-2 regimen, or where a person fasts for 2 days in a week, like say Monday or Thursday, and eats normally the rest of the 5 days a week. And this fasting over a 24-hour period need not be a complete fast. You can consume up to 500 to 600 calories that day. So coming over to why IF has been gaining a lot of popularity right now in the dieting and nutritional world would be because of the concept of metabolic switch. So our body needs time to adapt. So the intermittent fasting occurs at a cellular level of adaptation, where the body adapts to a liver-based glucose burning to a adipose tissue-based fat burning. So IF has been shown to have benefits throughout the organs of our body. For instance, in the brain, it has a protective effect on the neurons and keeps neurodegenerative disease like Alzheimer's disease at bay. It helps to reduce our blood pressure. There is a definitive weight loss advantage. The cholesterol levels and bad cholesterol such as triglycerides and LDL cholesterol levels are kept in check. In the liver, it reduces the fat accumulation, so it is useful in the treatment of fatty liver disease. And in the gut, it helps certain conditions like a leaky gut syndrome or an inflammatory bowel disease. So such patients are benefited because the gut stem cells are found to be renewed. And patients on intermittent fasting also have certain anti-cancer benefits and anti-aging benefits. Now, those who are doing intermittent fasting come back to me, my patients, and they say that they look and feel younger. Yes, it is scientifically proven that there is a hormone called the HGH, or a human gonadotrophic hormone. This hormone basically is present in large quantities in children and adolescents. And as we age, the levels of HGH is found to decrease. So intermittent fasting provides a benefit wherein the blood levels of HGH are found to be increased in those patients or those persons who adopt the IF protocol, and this confers anti-aging properties. Now a word of caution. So who are the people who should not adopt IF as a part of their daily routine? One, I would say, is patients who are brittle diabetics. That is, those who have spikes in their blood sugar levels and need multiple shots of insulin or oral hypoglycemic agents to keep their blood sugars in check. Second, people with psychiatric disturbances or those who have eating disorders like anorexia nervosa and bulimia. Patients who are cancer survivors or who have recently completed their cancer chemotherapy or who have recently been hospitalized, because in such patients their caloric requirement and metabolic requirement is more. Adolescents and young children I would not advise, and adults above the age of 65 years. And as far as IF protocol goes, there is a no size fits all. So please individualize your regimen and your caloric intake, and do not compare weight loss or calorie goals among your peers. Okay? And this topic I have managed to cover a little basic with regarding to intermittent fasting. So in my subsequent videos, I will be discussing about what are the foods to be taken during the feeding and the fasting period. Are there any adverse effects of intermittent fasting? And a very commonly asked question to me would be, Madam, can we adopt IF as a part of our lifestyle and adopt it for an indefinite period of time? So I will be addressing all these questions in my subsequent video. So right now what I would say is, yes, intermittent fasting has definitely moved on from social media to the realms of actual science, with various studies, guidelines and documentation backing its benefits. So if you feel motivated, please go for it. But if you are suffering from any metabolic conditions or any chronic disease, consult your nutritionist or dietitian before you take the plunge. Eat healthy, stay fit, take care of your gut. Until then, bye. Don't forget to post your comments, likes and queries in the box below. Thank you.